Okay. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Tea is so good, y'all. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, let's do the big boy. Yeah, Ultron's a very good pickup here. Still want science, but we'll start. Hey, Jack, Black Hole. Welcome. All right, well, that's a science. Gallon shouldn't be too bad. I don't know. I still don't know how to draft this meta. I'll figure it out. On the one hand, somewhat unlucky that they get a tactic option, but also lucky that they don't take it. That was a little weird. Yeah, no, Luke's fantastic. Okay, well, let's just start with this. Maybe I should have taken Wolf, because I think it would have been fine. But I think I'd rather take Rintra with Ultron, which may be what we're up to next, than some of those other champions with Jess. I really hate the way that Kindred's death immunity is coded. I feel like that was at least three 1% hits. Whatever. Yeah, it definitely takes some getting used to, Jack. The timing of a number of things is a bit different. And to be perfectly honest, like we did work to line things up as close as possible with 30, but especially on like the AI front, there are a few things that just are a little bit different. And you kind of have to pick, yeah, pick your poison. I'll call it a poison because the game ain't perfect. Hey, easy. Afternoon. Yeah, I've heard the Glad circuit's pretty rough. We'll see. Best way for me to handle it's probably going to be to get there early and get used to it. Figure out what the holes in my deck are. I mean, I never push very high in GC, so it's not like that really matters, but right now it's streaming this or side quest. Okay. Like, the cow will slow him down fine, but you're gonna be there for a while. Alright, let's not mess up. Now that we've, talked some smack. Took more neuros than I would have liked to. It's kind of bad RNG, but that's fine. Got it down quickly. I can't remember the last time I stacked 15 neuros with Wolf. It's not like he crits that much. Yeah, I think that's totally fair, easy. Thanks, Jack. Like, you're strong enough that, especially around the third week, it shouldn't take you that long to climb, and most of the rewards are getting through the victory track anyway. Nice, Jack. I'm glad. I mean, I know Serpent's a brick wall, and he stops pretty much all the ways that Rintra deals damage, but I still was expecting a little bit more health off than that. Not gonna lie. Yeah, the last season was interesting. I didn't really push very high, but doing the grind on two accounts, and on one of them from bronze to Glad Circuit, was enough. Hey, contestant. Yeah, that's pretty close to how I approach it easy. Like, it's also the rewards from getting to Glad Circuit, but I don't want to climb any further the next season. It's definitely one of my largest reasons for getting it over with. Hmm. This is just a good draft round. I'm gonna do this. Hey, Stink, how's it going? Well, it was Bronze, got the GC 1-1 match, called it. Yeah, that's pretty much what I did. I can't remember if I won the first match or not. But yeah, I just played the one. Hmm. You still want Adam in the leader, but I'm trying to stay ready here. Viv's not great for Bishop. Like, I'd unironically rather use Jess, so I don't regret that choice. Still not loving my bullseye options. This is a bit better. Maybe we should have taken Wolf, but I also... They don't seem to have a lot of super strong attack tactic options. And I do like grabbing some mutants. Hey, Robbie. I'm just taking Adam again? I don't know. Adam versus Bullseye isn't going to be as good this season as it was last season, but it's... I don't know, I'm open to some nonsense. Alright, may thy laser stutter and miss. I'll try and catch up on chat after, as a heads up. Whoa! Okay, that normally goes better. Bro! Is my dashback different? Normally 2 does it. I was really expecting that to go better. Okay, what time is it? 3:50. I'm gonna have to look that one. later. That was unpleasant. Yeah, like I feel like I was moving back too far easy. That didn't seem correct. Like, you know, when I go for the intercepts and he perfectly times it, that's fine. That's the current state of the AI. It is what it is. The spacing felt wrong. That's different. That's fine. What was that? Unbelievable. Oh. Oh, you cannot make this crap up. He literally just sat there, waited for a second, and smacked me out of the air like a teenager killing a bee. God. Alright. Have fun, buddy. As a reminder, Luke only reduces ability power, not combat power, Black Hole. Unless you're talking about potentially using the suppression from the node, and then maybe, but that still sounds pretty risky. "41 seconds? Yeah, that is impressive. I don't necessarily regret my draft choices, but man, those first two. They didn't go great. I wonder if they're using special threes over there. It's probably what I would do. Push comes to shove. And push has indeed come to shove. Hey, man, how's it going? I only know one brewery in Austin, really. We may end up there at some point. It is good, but it's not really my hometown. They got close. I do think they probably went for the special three with that. Okay, got a couple things to catch up on in the chat. Who would I rank three? White Tiger, Werewolf, or Shathra, all unawakened? None of them really need their SIG. Yeah, Shathra's is a little bit of extra ramp if buffs are expiring naturally. Werewolf is a little bit more sustain and some defender threat. White Tigers is fine. I really think for that one it would come down to which one do you like the best, right? And like which one is solving the most problems within your deck, right? Like Shathra handles Maestro really well and does a pretty good Serpent takedown. Werewolf is significantly worse for Serpent in my opinion, is solid for Maestro, but is like much better against somebody like Onslaught. I would say Shathra's probably better for Hulkling. White Tiger's really good for Hulkling, for Gore. Like, who's giving you the most trouble? Is I think really what that comes down to. Which cosmics scare you the most? And like try and do a little bit of research, figure out who do they take outside the cosmic class? And are they giving me trouble? Because Werewolf probably has the most bleed. So I'd say he's the front runner. But depending on the strengths of your account, then I could definitely see the others. Like if you don't have America Chavez and you do have a ranked up Shocker, then I think Shathra would look better over Wolf. That kind of thing. Thanks, Kurt. I will take the pat on the back. It's not my game mode, so I'm not taking sole credit at all, but I work very closely with the person who does own Incursions at the moment and helped come up with a few of the new hacks and did some of the coding. So yeah, I'm very glad to hear that. Yeah, yeah, I know. I have had some stuff from 512, but I haven't been there yet, Highline. The one I was thinking of was Blue Owl. I really like that from the couple times I've been. They have a really good Earl Grey session beer, and I know that sounds silly, but I love that kind of nonsense. Yeah, no problem, Dom. Wish Jessica could ramp up a little faster. I do think she could have done with maybe a little bit of persistent stuff. Because she's like almost amazing in incursions, but it's not quite. I don't know. I don't think I probably should have taken Photon there. I wasn't really paying attention enough to this draft, which I'm sorry to our opponent. I do not mean to add insult to injury. Yeah, I definitely should have taken Photon. Because this is going to be risky. But I need to leave Silk back for Bishop. I think that is definitely the smarter move. May the bigger pig win. You can be a big pig too. Oi. Hmm. I need to change out the Kabam's emote. I don't use it most of the time. I need something nicer. For rank 3, what do you think between Spider-Ham and Titania? Have Hulk and Photon. It's probably worth picking up a buff immune then. I do really like Spider-Ham, but it's Titania does things nobody else does. Thanks, Kurt. I really appreciate that. Theobid. I'm gonna ask you to type a little bit more precisely, Matt. I understand where you were going with Futon Hulk Titanium, but come on, man, have pity on me. It's funny. There we go. There's the Fury. I wanted to break the shield a little bit faster. I tried using voice to text and it failed me miserably. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Do I think Nefaria will still feel good in Battlegrounds, or do I think it's the past two metas? So I think if you can accept that some percentage of the time you're going to get hit in the face due to unfazed, then Nefaria is a great rank up, and you should go ahead and invest in him, right? If that's going to bother you, I think he's going to still be good because the keys he has, the abilities, the scaling, like everything is relatively timeless. So I don't think he's going away. Um, but I do think there is that significant complication. I have also slowed down my Cosmic, Mystic, and Science rank 3s myself, specifically because while I'm not like super rigid about class balance, I do try and at least nod in its direction, and those three are starting to outpace the others. Beast is the devil. A-Beam. Deciding between the Count and Spider-Punk. Punk's more fun to play. Count has a lot of immunities. That's true. I think if you like Punk more, though, I would go with him and just... Excuse me, picking real quick. What? Not that. I think I would just trust that the rank 2 count is going to handle you some percentage of the time. Like enough percentage of the time is what I mean. I'm sorry. That sentence was a nightmare from start to finish. I haven't seen her in a while. Did I break down why Titania is so uniquely strong? Heard complaints about her special 3 intimidate. I'm sorry. That's not very nice. I I need to give a better response than that. Also, if I didn't ban Sinister, probably need to pick up Viv. Yeah. Bullseye may come back. God, there's so much baked into that. I may not be able to focus on it for a minute. I promise we will go over this. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pause for now and come back to your question, Min. I'm just getting all of my tactic champs, huh? I mean, I guess let's just grab Shocker because he's big. Hey, Blizz. That should be decently miserable. I haven't used Dust much offensively, especially since she was fixed. I have enough defenders. Let's just see how this goes. Okay, could have been a little cleaner, but I'll take almost 50k. I know we were punching down, but that's a good one to have in the back pocket. Was that an unascended rank 4? Yeah. Okay, so we were punching down pretty hard. But still worth keeping in mind. I mean, this has just got to be Enchantress. Oop, chat dropped out. Hope that's not emblematic of anything. Dust is helping a lot there, easy. Yeah, let's go all out. I don't even think I need this. I don't. I always overkill with Shocker. I really need to get better about being more precise. We didn't need the striker there. But that's the funny thing about Shocker, and it's why I laugh so hard at people who think that we unfairly nerfed him, because I was just horribly inefficient and probably added, I don't know, 10 seconds to my fight time and got 50,500. Okay, so trying to answer the Titania question. May get interrupted here in a minute. That's fine. It's my fault. Um, there's a couple angles to it. Number one is that Intimidate is not a guarantee, and you just need to accept that. Too many people who play Titania and get frustrated with Titania are bad gamblers because they are gambling and they pretend they're not gambling and then they're upset when it doesn't go their way. Don't be like that. Um, yeah. So that's number one, right? Like don't be a sour gambler and just accept that some percentage of the time when you are YOLOing with the special 3 and hitting into somebody with a special attack, you are going to get hit with that special attack. You are probably going to be indestructible and unstoppable, so I have no pity for you. But you just kind of have to own that. um, it's not supposed to be reliable, Stephen. That's exactly the point I'm making. That's exactly the point I'm making. Whatever percentage you think it probably works more than that because that's how confirmation bias and human brains work. But like it's not supposed to be reliable. The other thing about Titania that makes her so worth a rank 3 is just she is insanely powerful. Because you don't have to use the special 3. She has a special 1 and a special 2, and they're very safe. They put weaknesses on the opponent. They make them like they make you more tanky by comparison. You can use her haymakers very frequently. You can charge them by hitting into block. She has frequent access to unblockable, indestructible, and unstoppable, all on a champ who is buff immune and who ramps by applying debuffs but doesn't care if the opponent shrugs them. That is all really potent. And it's potent in a way that is not super likely to be power crept. And so I think that even if she gets to a point where she's not killing in special 3s as often in Battlegrounds or something, which, whatever, we'll see. There's not really any doubt in my mind that she's just always going to be good. It's actually not a bad call by our opponent there. I respect that. Nice highline. Happy Veterans Day. Who's your favorite designer, Kurt? Yeah, no, 60 frames per second feels incredible, Matt. No longer a top 5 defender? I don't even know who the top 5 defenders are, and they probably change depending on what level you play at, so I'm not sure I feel qualified to pick that. Excuse me. I do think he's still very good, and like I think the people who can now perfectly dex Bullseye's special one are the same people who were taking him with Sunspot before and being fine with about that rate of success anyway, right? Like, it's just not. It's not gonna be as common as the videos you've seen on it suggest. You jerk. Don't you try and sidestep me. Alright, let's see if our opponent bought themselves enough time. Yeah, that's Jack made a point related to what I was trying to say, is that it's not that, like, only the absolute 0.0001% of people are going to be able to get the special one decks down, but the number of people who can do it reliably enough for it to be better than just blocking or using a counter that can block is not going to be very high. Ah, I don't have a champion in January, Kurt, so I wanted to double check. Hey, Will. How's it going, man? Will it really, Eddie? I'm not sure Glad Circuit's going to be where a whole lot of people are practicing. I have 3 midterms next week. Whoa. Yeah. Go study. Thanks for stopping by, and good luck. Somewhat complicated, Curd. I have now admitted, and the little blurb here on the overlay says, my next is Deathless Thanos. Um, Somewhat similar to She-Hulk and some of the others, you're going to see his kit significantly before you can play him. There will definitely be some who can do it in Mysterium, especially near the top of the top of Mysterium. But it's not going to be that. It's not going to be that common. Thanks, Kurt. Yeah, he's fully finished now. I like him quite a bit. Like, the thing to remember about the Bullseye Special 1 decks is that, like, there were a lot of videos on that first day, right? The vast majority of those videos were from people who went and practiced it for 30 minutes, got it right once, and then published that video. I'm not saying all of them are, but I think that's more common than not. Ah, sorry, Gabriel. General reminder, don't put any units into those things that you cannot afford to lose. Probably should have grabbed Viv. Forgot I had Mana Shock Immune. Yeah, that one comes up. That's good. Yeah, I'm glad you still got a nest egg. I bought the... Are we back? Sounds like we're back. Okay, and it actually recovered this time. Okay, I'll take that. Whew. Thanks so much for gifting, Lee. I appreciate you. What was I saying? Oh, I opened the 10 black ISO crystals. Yeah, that works. And I did not get Spiral, but I did get a dupe on my Mantis finally, which is why she's now in my deck. Yeah, that's very fair, Javier. Ah! Sorry. I know that was loud. Some of y'all have heard me say it before, but I have an unfortunate habit of parrying Serpent specials, despite that being a very bad idea. Yeah, no, that was my fault. Yeah, that's when I announced it first, man. Yeah, TZ. Sunspot does look good. Yeah, they can definitely take down Sauron fast enough if I don't get lucky with regens. We'll see. Nope, come here. No poisons for you. Oh, all right. Well played. No, she's not, Gabriel. She was fixed a while ago. When did you last try and play her? Thanks, Kurt. Let's pick someone vanilla. See? We did put that in the patch notes, so heads up. Hey, 7. Have they announced the next piece? As in, like, what it's in? Well, considering they haven't announced the content that it's in, no. I think that will be difficult to miss. Yep. Thank you for reinforcing why we banned Hulkling. Yeah, I'm planning on this week, Matt. I actually, whenever I log off here, I will probably start recording that today. Maybe I should have grabbed Onslaught. But plenty of other games? Yeah, I've been on a massive Balatro kick recently. I play Magic the Gathering, mostly on Arena, but I did go to, and played actual paper Magic last night. Sorry, thinking for a second. I just re-downloaded King Arthur, the other, not Kabam, but Kabam affiliate game that some of y'all have heard me mention before. Well, how about that? Unfortunately, I think I need to take Shocker, but thank you for coming back, Amora. I play Total War Warhammer from time to time. Played a few different games on my marathon stream last week. Play AFK Journey sometimes. sure there are other things I'm missing at the moment. Okay, let's put down something annoying. Yeah. I expect Red Skull to win there, but we'll see. Come on, Korg. Ah! No, that's my fault. I needed to power drain him again. My fault. Orc is being so... Like, he's not just him, but... so passive. Come here, buddy. Ah! Gross. Talked about this earlier, this stream actually, Gabriel, but I think generally Titania, but depending on your roster, Pig is definitely justifiable. I like him. I took Pig up before Titania. What makes Sauron that annoying? Hold on. The main thing in this meta is that, like, if you're running Resonate or if you're using the tactic to try and stack debuffs, then you can get that, what you call it, the disorient on him. Both of those mean that he stacks prowess faster, he can do more damage, he's gaining more power. Like, Red Skull is definitely a good answer. But if he goes unblockable, then it may be difficult to keep your heal block up. Oh my god, really? I thought he was going to go for a heavy, so I dash back once and he goes, ooh, lovely, food. You are such a jerk, Onslaught. That shouldn't be different, Gabriel. You're 100% sure it was a light, not a medium. Hmm. I'm wondering if a screw came loose somewhere. Gonna follow up on that this week. I mean, parried more makes sense, right? Like, we're doing what we can to keep them from speeding up too much, but there's the same way that your parries are more precise because there are more frames on which to take actions. It's going to be true for the AI. We got stuff in the works, don't worry, but for now, that's expected. Monstrous account, Jesus. It surprises me. Not confident in that pick. Need more defenders. We need defenders, period. By my count, we currently have 0. I love not knowing what happens with a reroll. I mean, obviously we saw it. It's not a big deal, the visual bug, but it would be nice if it did update the display. That makes sense. I think I'm going to go the slower route. Because that means they did just allow me to place Photon on defense with that. So let's stay safe. Jerk. Alright, we held on after the beginning. Hmm. Yeah, that was good. I don't really regret going for the intercept. I had all three blessings of justice up. So like I had the AI manipulation. It was as safe as it was gonna get. And the pause is worth going for. I think it's fine. Thanks, Honesty. What I just did was completely, like, completely possible on 30. Hey, Faust. Oh, right. Not gonna lie. Forgot about that. Indestructible, let's go. uh, Sometimes Min, but that is more the area of the balance team. All right, not bad for that little delay we had in the middle. It's a little bit embarrassing that it wasn't on my mind, but I will take an Enchantress fight that looks like that any day. That's why I want the loop tube. Yeah. Sig 1 goes a long way. I do like Sigs on him, though. To the point that I think he's worth feeding. Hey, we forgive. We forgive Faust. Welcome to the fold. Hey, JJ. Oh, we're in Vibranium. How about that? Nice, JJ. I hope that goes well. Thanks. Yeah. The block proficiency, I feel like, is really underrated. Excuse me. Is there a Hulkling down there? Alright, let's get rid of the torch then. Dang, Matt. I am very jealous of that. I'm still waiting for the dupe on mine. That's awesome. I appreciate it. Rank 4 Photon's gonna be gross. Yeah, that's gonna be intense. Not loving this draft. Not at all. Yeah, we got time, MSD. More champs to come out. You never know. Um, 26 from Hawkeye to War Machine to another champ. Yeah, that would be nice. Would buy that item in a heartbeat, which is why they don't sell it. Excuse me. I should have responded to that. That's about as good as that goes. Rank 4 Sassy. That's a beefy boy. Hey, Bleezy. We'll see what happens. I'm not entirely sure how much agency I'm going to have over my first rank 4 or when it's going to happen, but I've got a few front runners. She is definitely a possibility, MSD. So many science champs. Uh, let's go. I know you're using Sinister. Let's play a game. The game is called Does the AI Cooperate with Me? Oh. Maybe? How'd we do? Hmm. Nah, I was staying open, Javier. I wanted her to launch that one. I needed to not go red. Nice, Pleasy. That's cool. Don't know how that could have gone better. Yeah, I'm not sure it could have. I was a little bit annoyed in the moment when I lost the first combo due to her untouchable, but it ended up playing out pretty much perfectly. We had the exact number of hits we needed. And like one rotation would be fine with Adam if not for inequity, right? But you have to factor inequity in. I'm not banning Mantis, and I don't really want to do that again, so let's defang that particular snake. I think we go Hulkling from here. For sure, Andrew. I mean, that's somewhat complicated. Like, I think the tech class is in the bottom half of classes, right? I think that is fair. Being much more specific than that, you're going to have to start bringing in assumptions about how people play the game and what's valuable and a whole bunch of other things that I'm not sure is really that helpful. Um, where I'm going with this is that I do think from a design space perspective, there are things that we want to drive further in the tech class. Um, I think calling the tech class the worst class and pretending that that is just an objective statement almost certainly comes from a place of, what do I want to say? Almost certainly comes from a place of underrating utility. Hey, MK. I don't think that goes the way you think it does. Oh, you jerk. And there we go. Yeah. Like, MSD is definitely having a little bit of fun, but, like, I so often see people who complain about the tech class. They're like, they just don't do any damage. They're terrible. It's like, okay, Shocker and Prowler are really not that long ago. Both of them do an incredible amount of damage. Like, Ironheart is slow for Battlegrounds, but look at what she's done this war season. Again, I think a lot of people really underrate utility. Do champs that are categorized as defenders have more defensive AI? No. No, there's nothing like that. Nor would it make sense. For a fair few defenders, their threat is going all out. Yeah. No, 100% MST is just... This community overreacts to things and then is so convinced that they were correct in their overreaction that it takes years, if ever, for them to finally realize. It's unfortunate. Whoa! Dang it, canceled. I need to make sure I don't miss here. Okay, that'll do. Yeah, case in point. That wasn't perfect MSD, and we had to wait out a power gain and a miss that normally wouldn't be there. Cool, 50 and a half. Jinx. My skill class is my sparsest in terms of 7-star champs, but that's just my account. Find that all classes have pluses and minuses. Don't really have a weakest class in mind. I generally agree. Like, even within the 7-star pool, there's so many people who for so long were like, oh, Cosmic is so weak, it's so top heavy. Cosmic as a class is top heavy. That doesn't mean it's weak. There's so many good Cosmic 7-stars. Yeah. I've had to actively resist having 5 or 6 rank 3 Cosmics. They are excellent champions. Yep, I think we do that, and then the rank 3 Silk. Call it a day. Hmm. Cold can definitely do it, AMK. If you're fighting outside. I remember trying to do a queue on the way to rehearsal when I was doing grad school in Pittsburgh, and yeah, it didn't work too well. Ultron and Shocker. Yeah, those are two very good uses of that crystal. Hey, speak of him. Okay, now I want more tactic attackers. I guess that'll do. I know Tony can take Killmonger, but he can also take Onslaught. I'm not sure which one is the better pick there. Killmonger's bigger, so I went with him. Just have cold hands. Yeah, that'll do it too. I'll always take a wolf. Right, because you can actually pick energy resist. That's right, because we targeted him more at Onslaught. That's... I forget these things. That was my fault. I saw green text and got delusional. I know the evade. I know I ran into it already. I honestly thought it was going to expire a frame sooner than it did, and then I would be safe. Stupid, stupid, stupid. There's a very good chance we lose this one. Stark played well, handles that. Ah, okay. Hey, Jethro. I consider my hometown to be like where I grew up, where I was from the age of 5 to 18. Like it's where I'm back now, so that makes that part easier, but college is not your hometown. I have an attachment to LA, but it's not my hometown. Did I change my mic? Nope. Does it sound weird today? Domino didn't want you pausing debuffs. No, she didn't. She said, I don't like your special 3 or your light 4 in particular. Excuse me. Alright, let's try and avoid the spell. I always forget which one it is where he goes unstoppable, but I'm probably gonna run into it. At least they're using Arcade versus a poison immune. Bit more echo? Yeah, not sure what that could be. That's what I thought. Like, I thought it was light blue, but I swear every time I'm confident which one it is, somebody references it and says a different one. Which doesn't really help the confidence. That'll do. Does that answer your question, Jeff? Yeah, Ultron's incredible. I think Ultron and Leader are my two most used attackers in War these last two seasons, and Ultron translates very well to Battlegrounds. Leader translates okay. You just have to wait out the Special 3 animation. Leader's one of those where if we ever exempt Special 3s from timing or allow the skip Special 3 button in Battlegrounds, his stock's just going to rocket up. Like, he's not nearly as slow as people think he is. I've seen so... I really need to make this video, but I've seen so many complaints about Leader where it's like, oh, Kabam... nope, sorry. It's not a good word. You know, Kabam nerfed his damage so hard, they just absolutely hamstrung him. This tactic is terrible. Heal blocking away his heal reversal and his power reversal. How will you ever use Leader? Meanwhile, the average length of my Leader fights is like 60 seconds. Cool. Like, it's... The degen is so much better than people think it is if you just make sure the green door is open when you throw it. How do I rate Unawakened Ultron? He's okay. He has 2 immunities instead of 4 effective ones. He has some AAR resistance. He hits hard. He's good. I haven't ranked up my 7-star for a reason. That's interesting, Kevin. Because, yeah, 14 and 23 I absolutely see with Leader. The other two, not so much. But yeah, the Special 3 loop is very good. Ultron doesn't need the dupe. Ultron does the vast majority of what he does without the dupe. His dupe just lets him handle Incinerate and Shock. I've only used Kushala unduped. She's at rank 3. Can you tell me how much of a difference her dupe will make? It's pretty big. The pause definitely makes her easier to play when it's longer. Like, that's the... I don't mind playing her unduped, but the thing is that, like, when I take the risk of going for an intercept, I feel a lot better when the payoff for taking that risk lasts longer. And that's, like, one of the biggest things of her dupe, and it's part of why I've given her SIGs. The other thing to remember is that the passives aren't just passives. The passives are 20% stronger, and so the more likely you are to get them, it is a straight damage upgrade. She hits quite hard. Don't worry, y'all. The manic back and forth here has been reported. I can't guarantee it'll get fixed next next build, but it's on the docket. No worries, man. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it here. This has been a good stream, but while I'm still feeling decently fresh, this is a good time to record. So I'm going to go do that. But thank you, everybody, for hanging out, and I will talk to y'all soon. Take care, all. Oh, thanks so much for subscribing, Anthony. Sorry about the timing, but I do appreciate it, and I'll catch you next time. Later, all.